are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Tampa. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They start on the ground here at Sanders. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
A first down throw for Mills. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Tampa, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. To throw again on second down. Mills. There's Chris Olave. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, Mills. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. Curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of the...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Kwity Paye in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills going right side here, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Mills on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards right off the bat with a first down. Lawrence will throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Buccaneers at 14-2 heading into this final week. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust instead of just talking about winning, the very next game.
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Najee Harris. That's his 19th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the delay, here's Harris. Trucks over him. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. After one, 14-6 our score. On EA's.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Saints are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the gun, Mills. Got an open man, it's Olave. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mills. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Harris is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Not able to go anywhere that time. 2nd down. Again, it's Harris. And once again, he will not go anywhere. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. They'll try to run with Harris. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We're soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This still a one-possession game, 8 points the difference as we resume action on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's got his man on the crossing route. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On play action, Lawrence. The pass complete to Ingram on the crossing route. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence finding Harris over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Lawrence. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action now. Lawrence. Flush to his right. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Partner, it took a while for him to lock onto a receiver, and he finally found his man coming left to right across the formation. But by the time he got the ball to him, not much of a chance to turn upfield and make anything out of it.
Touchdown! Chase Claypool, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get a couple up to the 29. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They go play action. Mills. Olave holds it in. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Saints. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short. He can take it long. Or he can do what we just saw right there. Catch it and then run with the football. Mills going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hey, box truck.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Flushed out right. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's Lawrence. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 27-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. Jedrick Wills, former first-round pick, guilty there. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 14. 23 yards the pickup there. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Quick slant to Otten. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run with Harris. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career. And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Davion Taylor there to bring him down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time. And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Bucsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time. Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Lawrence will throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action with Lawrence. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chase Claypool halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Gano for the extra point. And the 3rd time's a charm as he finally gets one of these to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Now with that interception, you feel like we've got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alontae Taylor, and the Saints are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On play action, Mills. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. And now right out of the 2-minute break, We'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bucs are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. We knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here, because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. Well, Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, ultimately one thing sticks out like a sore thumb. One side lost this game because they turned the ball over 4 times, and that was just too much for them to overcome.
And that number might as well be in neon, because you're exactly right. It just jumps up from the stat sheet. Your eyes go right to it. And with that many turnovers, they really played themselves out of this game. Too careless with the football too many times. That cost them the victory.
So for the Saints, the win here in Week 18 gives them a pivotal 11th win on the year, running their final mark to 11-6. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they fall for just the 3rd time to finish at 14-3 overall. And as division champs, they will host a